Hello everybody, this is Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming to you all today with somewhat of a hybrid of a video. I am going to be talking about dream chasing, and this is going to be another installment in the dream chasing video series. In this video, I'm going to also share an exciting announcement, and it has a lot to do with the dream chasing series, of course, but also about what I do on my channel and some of the things that I have been talking about since I started this series. I believe it was in November or December of last year, so over 6 months or so. So I'm looking forward to doing this video, and I hope that you are too. You can leave any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section, and I hope that you will kind of hang with me, rock with me to the end of this video. And if not, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And if you are sticking around, as always, you can hit pause right now, grab either something that you're working on, grab your tea, your coffee, and then we can get it in after the introduction. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, so on these videos, I teeter between too much light, not enough light, same room. I'm going to work on this. We're going to get this together because I want you to be able to see my eyes, right? So, this is Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming to you all today with another installment of the Dream Chasing series. Today, I'm going to first show you what I'm working on. For those of you who are my yarn crafters, you can see what I'm working on right now. And then I'm going to get into the content, and then I'm going to close it out with an announcement, okay? So first up is what I am working on. As always, I'm working on more than one piece. I'm going to show you a crochet item as well as a knitted project. So here we go. I'm going to show you the crochet first. I got to be careful because I'm still connected. So here we go. This is a project in the works, and it's a blanket. It's a blanket. That's one. It's really good. Once you get the pattern established, it's really good about mindless crocheting. The second item that I'm working on is knitted. And this is using the Madeline Tosh. It's very, very beginning, but it's going well. So, what are you working on? You can put it in the comment section. And if you are just watching this for the Dream Chasing series, you can just skip that question, of course. So now to the content of this video. I have not done a dream chasing video in a while. The last one was also somewhat of a hybrid of a video, and it's been a long time coming for this particular topic. And I have no notes on this because this has been literally hitting me in my throat. And what I mean by that, have you ever had those moments where it just felt like you're being chopped off, like your air supply being chopped off? So anyway, this video is about the slogan that Nike did so long ago, and it is just do it. And in this whole dream chasing thing, we talked about our goals and how to go from your dreams to your goals, and how to learn to say no. And we've talked about other things. But in this video, I want to talk about the necessity of action, of pushing play, of pushing send, on moving forward. And I don't have notes because this is embedded so deeply in my heart. And if I forget anything, I have no problem with coming back. Um, for the past few weekends, this has been stirring more so than before. It had already been on my mind. I knew I needed to talk about this, not just for the sake of the series, but just for the sake of this is my life that I'm sharing with you here. And also for the sake of those people that have been messaging me and that have been asking me questions and that have enjoyed this series. And it's about the necessity of moving forward and of having action. And we talked about this a little bit in the planning stage when we talked about that going from a dream to a goal and how you can put together a plan and you still want to have some action, even though as you move forward, it may require that you change your plans or that you rearrange things because life is happening around you. But I want us to get over that sense of not being able to move because things are not perfect, that things may not be exactly how we want them. We may not have all the tools that we feel like we need in order to move forward. How many times has that happened to you, that you don't do something because you think you need this computer or this software, or I can't do this project unless I have this yarn? But a lot of times, us holding out for that perfect item or that perfect time turns into an excuse and a failure to launch. And as we fail to launch, it really slowly takes away our excitement and our enthusiasm. And then it gives us this place for fear to creep in. And we don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen because as it creeps in, it's like this seed that all it takes is a little bit of watering, and all of a sudden you go from a seed to a sprout to a plant to a tree to fruit, and you don't want the fruit of fear growing in your life. And it's easier said than done, isn't it? Because sometimes when you're like me, you're a planner and you want things to be just so that you can execute. And I go weekend to weekend for the most part to different locations to speak. I speak on different topics. They range from, I guess my focal topics would be writing and publishing, because that's an area where I do quite a bit of contract work in, and as well as being a fiction writer. And some nonfiction, but I prefer fiction. I also do workshops and small groups and things concerning yarn crafting, and I do classes, and so that's why I would say workshops. So whether it's teaching some of the basics, I love when I'm doing workshops that combine my love of my spiritual growth along with the yarn crafting, because those two things have just been so powerful in my life. But that's something else that I speak on. And lastly, I speak to women's groups on everything from spiritual growth to developing their business, growing in their purpose, finding their purpose. And so that is what I find myself doing several weekends out of the month. For the past 3 weekends back to back, I've been doing this. And not just for the first time, but just these particular weekends, it was really kind of hit me. Because I came across several people that had just hit this wall because they had failed to execute, to move forward, to move and step out on faith. And for so many reasons. I had one person that stopped me, and it was a couple, and he had stepped out on faith, but they were experiencing some resistance in their lives because he had chose to move out on faith on what he believed he needed to do in his life, which was starting his business full time. Another person that I met, which was also a couple, which was having some resistance in their life because they didn't launch, because they didn't feel like, they kept feeling stuck when it was time to communicate with others in the written form. They were able to share their love of their business and their work orally, but they felt stuck when it came to having to communicate in writing. So it caused them to have failure to launch in a sense of writing those correspondence, reaching out to potential clients, following up with clients. And so again, they were stuck. And then lastly, it was in my own life. I have mentioned to you all here, oh, this is so hard. I've mentioned to you all here some of the things that I wanted to do this year to see things grow and to change. And even though right now is on this continuum of something that I really started a long time ago, but became extremely focused on doing last year. And so when I started this series, it was this reaffirming my need to continue to take steps moving forward and to make sure I was not existing in a space of fear. And so as I saw these people coming and I was able to speak into them, it was just this awakening in me of those things that it was time for me to take another big step or major step. As I was feeling this, that meant I did not want to record this video. I did not want to record this video because I couldn't record this video and not take another step to me. I just couldn't, because I realized that I was waiting for so many little pieces to line up, and it would be great to have some things in place, but as that saying says, one monkey don't stop a show. And so I couldn't just wait for everything to be perfect. And that's what brings me here today. The last little nail in this coffin of burying my fear was I was asked to meet with someone locally over coffee. And we had a wonderful time. This coffee meeting turned into a 3-hour powwow strategy session for her business, because she's launching full-time into her business. And really, for me, this awakening, a reawakening of this next phase of my life. And this video is therefore cementing that for me. And it's also to put you all on notice of things to come. That conversation was about faith. And how do you know? How do you know if it's time? How do you know if it's right? And the reality is, we can never, no one can tell you 100%, now is the time, here are the signs, this is when you know to move, this is exactly what the voice of God sounds like moving you forward. Oh, definitely that's the Holy Spirit prompting you, etc. I don't believe so, because I feel as though that God speaks to everybody in individual ways, and the Holy Spirit really moves in a sense of our faith, and you give it room to move and to prompt you based on your faith and your belief, and you giving it something to feed on and to nurture you forward and to urge you forward, okay? And so we were in this conversation, her not knowing that I was on the brink of taking my next big steps. And I was able to share with her at a very pivotal time. And I'm sharing all of this to say, I believe that this video is not just for me. I believe this video is for someone else. And it could be for anything, whether it's write a book, start a business, change businesses, transition into different product offerings, to start making your own videos. I don't know what it is. And the reality is, sometimes we don't know what it is, but it does take a step in some sort of faith and belief that your hope is being in something other than yourself. And it can't be, again, about you. It has to be about it must be about others, and it must be in a sense of service to others. And I say it must be because that necessity is what will help fuel you as you take that leap into this unknown. I mean, we have plans and we have hopes and we have desires, but nothing is guaranteed. And that's why I feel like it can be this land of unknown. Now, can we have things in place to guide us? Yes. Can we have checks and balances to ensure that we are potentially on the right track? Yes. But none of it's guaranteed. And so in reality, there are so many unknowns to that. And in a lot of ways, that's a great thing because we don't know everything. I mean, God can come through and bless your socks off, which we're hoping He'll do, right? And in the midst of that, He's going to do those things that we can never imagine. I mean, Scripture says that His ways are not our ways, His thoughts are not our thoughts. And I'm glad of that because my minuscule amount of faith can be multiplied exponentially, and it can bring about this fruit that I could never ever anticipate. With that said, the conversation ended well. We were excited. I was excited for her. I am excited for her and her family. I look forward to her updates and more of those conversations to come. She did not know, but I was preparing for my next local event, which is a small group of women that's coming up at the end of this month. But that just encouraged me. And it was one more of those unexpected nudges forward, showing me that I am going in the right direction. And it leads me here to this video. Today, hours before recording this, and this is May 15th, 2014, I finally pressed publish, or whatever the button was, in Etsy. Yes, in Etsy. It's official. I have a shop. I am so excited, so nervous, and all of that put together. But I was sitting on the fence of this. I've been wearing my t-shirt, which I'm going to place up a picture here in this video, which is my God is a Knitter Too t-shirt. I've been wearing it. I've been having people ask me about it, requesting it. And I just knew I had to push play. I had to push send. I had to launch. And it's for several reasons. One, because this year I'm challenging myself, and I'm starting with this t-shirt because I love it. I wear it all the time. Well, not just this one. I have several of them because I have it on today. And it's also because I've shared with you all in the past that whenever I have requests or I sell books online or any of those things, all of those things make it possible for me to share the gospel in my day-to-day life. And what I mean by that is I do Bible studies, small groups, I do events, I do retreats, and I am not a nonprofit organization. And I don't plan on being a nonprofit organization anytime soon, which means all those things that I do are self-funded, as well as I charge a nominal fee to those people that participate. But usually the nominal fee does not cover what it costs for us to put it on. And Lord knows we are not balling out of control, but it's coming. It's coming. But I cannot wait to be able to do these lavish things to move forward. You know, it says who can be trusted with little can also be trusted with much. And so as I do this, it is my desire and what's my heart's desire that I'm showing that I can be trusted with little so that God will trust me with much in the future. And so with that said, I pressed play. And I have my shirts available on Etsy. I also have my shirts available on my website at essenceofme.com. There's now a button on there that says store. And this is one of other things to come. I'm using this to test the waters. If nothing moves, I'm telling y'all right now, you can save this recording. You can pause it. You can do whatever you want to do. If things don't move, I'm going to give myself so much time, and then I will remove it if it does not move. And let me tell you why. With limited resources, I will not continue to pay fees on Etsy for stuff to just sit there. That's not how I work. So with that said, it's there. It's there for you to order. Right now, I am doing them on a requested basis and having them printed. Based on the popularity, we will then begin to look at having things in stock, because I have to be very faithful and diligent with the small amount of funds that we're working with. Also, my next event is coming up. It's 6 o'clock. That's my computer. On May 24th. I'm going to make sure that I'm correct. This is why calendars are a wonderful thing. They're awesome. May 24th, I'm correct. May 24th, we're going to be meeting in the Houston area from 10 to 1, and we're going to be talking about our life plans. And I'm going to be sharing more there, but I'm only sharing that amount publicly because I want this to be a space where people can come and they feel comfortable. We're going to talk about our goals, our dreams, and have a sense of accountability between sisters of faith. And I really just want to see women step into the fullness that God has for us. And so that is going on May 24th. And also my second annual retreat has already been scheduled. The space has been booked. And the dates will be officially announced and registration will be opened in June. And so I am pressing send like crazy, people. And I'm going to come back and share what happens. There will be some changes in the Dream Chasing series that will be coming, and I'm going to announce that soon. I really want to ensure that this is the appropriate place to share it. And so share your comments with me, please, as you watch this video. Are you enjoying this series? Is this something that has been helpful for you? Because I know that my Essence of Me channel is primarily my hobbies, but I think of my work as an encourager, and I think of it as not only being my purpose and my calling, but it is something that I love to do. And is that not what hobbies are? Things that we just love to do. And I have so much more that I do under this umbrella, and I just want to make sure that this is the right place for it. So I want you all to tell me what you think about this, if you would like to get more of these, and I hope to see your comments below, and that's going to tell me what I do moving forward. So with that said, the announcement, which I spilled the beans so totally, is that my t-shirts, God is a Knitter Too, is available on essenceofme.com. You can also find it on Etsy. I also announced about my upcoming event. Now, the event is not available on Essence of Me because it is not a crafting or a hobby-ish type of event. But you can find it on my personal website at danapittman.com. Go to either it's calendar or events. My webmaster just changed that, and you can see the information there on how to register and how to find out more information, because it is an event that you must reserve your seat, because I have materials and we have things we're going to do. And yes, another announcement that I want to share here, because there have been people from this channel and that follow this channel that have been asking me about my next Bible reading. And it's not necessarily a series, but we usually read through the entire Bible. And I did not announce that this year on any of my locations because last year I had a handful of people and I kind of contacted them directly, but I've been asked, and that is coming up. So stay tuned, but you definitely want to ensure that you're connected with me on danapittman.com, because I don't share that a lot on Essence of Me. And I just want to say that because people from this channel have been asking me and messaging me about it. So it is coming. Okay. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your encouragement and your comments. I look forward to reading what you share as far as the Dream Chasing series. There's so much more that is coming to this. And not just in a sense of generalized dream chasing. I want to start sharing more of what I am doing on my day-to-day, not vlogging. Not vlogging, like carrying a phone around with your face in the phone, not like that, or your face in the camera, but sharing what I'm doing in events, when I'm traveling, sharing with you more about those events and how things are going. And so I would love to be able to do that. So tell me more. This is the channel for this. Tell me, please. I'm asking. So in closing, I have mail. I think I did the announcements. I have mail, and I want to say a thank you. I received a package in the mail from one of my subbies, and I'm not going to share her name, but I am going to ask if she makes these items like in a store or something, because it is just awesome and great. And y'all know I love mail. You know I love mail. No, this don't have nothing to do with dream chasing, but I got to share it. It does have to do with dream chasing, because when we share our loves, I think we give people permission to do the same. And so I received this beautiful card. Look at this. And it's just, you can't, there. It's like, it's a bow, and I think people that can do this, which is, what is this called? Scrapbooking and things of that nature, are so talented. It's like they can see what's not there before it's seen. And so she sent this beautiful card, and inside the package was this. It is a project bag with a kente cloth, drawstring. And what I love about it, number one, this is not a single lined bag. It's double. I love that. Number two, it is extremely deep, and it was done with corners so that it can lay flat. Now, I don't imagine that it would lay flat because I would have projects in it, but I love the fact, and it's so nicely done. It's not just like a bunch of fabric and they put a drawstring on it. Nicely done. So I'm going to look that information up. I will put it in the description bar, and I will place information on the blog post accompanying this video. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to use this. And I love the fact that it's a kente cloth. I don't know. Thank you. Okay. So with that said, that is all that I have for you today. I look forward to interacting with you all in the comment section. As always, thank you for your support, your encouragement. I have more coming for you. I have a Yarn Crafters chat coming up. I'm not doing one this week because I did them 2 weeks back to back. I also have some announcements coming up with the Yarn Crafters chat. Another announcement in closing for my yarnies, just in case you made it to the end, is that I have determined the date for the crochet along as well as the knit along, and I have decided that I am not going to do it until August and September. The reason why is most people, I'm sure, are traveling, vacationing June and July because of summer and kids, and I don't want to do the recording and the editing and all of that just to miss people because they're traveling. So that's going to be in August and September. I'm doing one each month separately, so for people that do both, they can participate in both without feeling like they're missing it or have to do both at the same time. So that's going to be in August and in September. But I will make the official announcement for the yarn and everything in July for both, so that you can look out for the yarn. And I'm going to do it towards the beginning of July, so you can get your coupons together. hit Joann's up, because the yarn that I'm using, you can buy on the ground. You can also buy online. And so I want you to be able to potentially do both and do them for an affordable price, okay? So that's coming up. What else as far as announcements? We're nearing 2,000 subbies, and it's because of you, because y'all rock. So thank you. And is that it? I have some tutorials on the way. And if you're in the Houston area, I am also participating in the Mom Summer Camp. I will tell you more about that. And I'm telling you all here because at Mom Summer Camp, I do a knitting class. It's going to be, I just did the pictures, and I have more coming up on that, and that is in July. You can see that at danapitman2.com. And what I think I'll do is do a nice little email with all of these things together. Okay? So that is it. If there's anything else, I just got to catch you all on the rebound. I hope this message finds you all well, and that you have enjoyed this, and that this has encouraged you or inspired you to push play on something. Do you need to publish a pattern? Do you need to upload a video? Do you need to publish a tutorial? Do you need to write your book? Do you need to launch your website? What is it that you need to push play on? What do you need to publish? I want you to put that in the comment section, and I want you to declare that you are going to do it, and tell us a time frame. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to do it eventually. No, eventually will turn into excuses, okay? No excuses. What we will do is we will declare that we are going to push play. Today, I pushed play on my shirt, and I look forward to pushing play on some patterns by the end. I'm not going to say patterns with an S. One pattern by the end of summer, okay? By the end of summer, I'm going to put a pattern in on my website, in my Etsy shop. Oh, that's going to be so challenging. So that is what I am. I've already pressed play, but I'm going to press play more, okay? So that I can move forward in what I want to share with you all, and so that I can continue to do the things that I love to do and to share with you. So what are you going to press play on? Tell me below. Do you feel like dream chasing has a place to continue here on the Essence of Me Freedom Please channel? Tell me below. And tell me what else you got going on. Let's get ready to chat it up. I look forward to talking with you all in the comment section. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to speaking with you all, hopefully sooner than later. And before I say goodbye, thumbs up, and don't forget to go buy your shirt. Come on, support your girl. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.